Good evening and salutations, my soap opera fans. So, question of the night: with Jason Morgan being back on General Hospital, what kind of storylines do you want for him? Do you want him to go back to being? Do you want him to go back to the mob? Let's try this again. So I'm gonna have an issue with my headset. Let's see. There we go. That's better now. Yes. What kind of storylines do you want? What kind of storylines do you want to see on General Hospital? That is the question tonight. Now we're going to be simply talking about all the shows, General Hospital, Days of Our Lives, Golden Bridge for Young and the Restless. As you're coming in, make sure you do hit the like button because it really does actually help. Let's sit there and get a quick roll call and let's get this started. Cherry Ice Cream is in the chat. How you doing tonight? The amazing, gorgeous Queen Janice in the chat. How are you doing? The Goddess. Ronnie Ron, how you doing tonight? Alicia, how you doing tonight? Thank you for joining. Blackmon, aka Mr. GQ, how you doing tonight? Duwan, how you doing tonight? Thank you for joining. Laura B in the chat. How you doing tonight? Hope everyone had a good day. Give me a second, because I don't know, someone's having my headset. I have to tell you too, Ron, I was just laughing at the fact that, you know, y'all need to try and keep this man, y'all want to sit there and try and keep this man safe. Yeah, y'all keep coming visiting him. Damn near every chance. What are you doing? Glad to hear that, Black Man. Autumn. Hey, I think Danny might have a little trouble with Jason being back because he's been acting out recently because he's missing his father, but I do think there's more to the story on where he's. How you doing tonight, Autumn? Renee's in the chat. How you doing tonight? CJ Love, how you doing tonight? Thank you for joining. And Laura B is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Thank you for joining. I remember, was it Danny? Who was the person? Oh, it didn't come on. Cherry Ice Cream. It didn't come on Hulu yet. Yeah, Hulu is so annoying since dealing with Hulu. It really is. I can't with it. And I have Hulu also. That's why I got a DVR, so this way I wouldn't have to sit there and deal with that nonsense at times. At least that this entire Sonny Karen story is not quite how Jack portrayed it, but apparently the new writers are going with it. What do you mean that's not how they portrayed it? He's a punk. Well, I would sit there and say he's more than a punk. Ron, I would sit there and say he's, I don't know, just a merciless dick. Maybe I can just show Monica more. Um, well, honestly, tell you the truth, Sherry Ice Cream, that really depends on the actress. You know that she did hurt herself, right? So I don't think it's as easy as actually um showing her as it is much her wanting to actually come in, or being able to come in. The one that says, I don't have any of those streaming services. Um, you don't like them, or is there a particular reason why? No, but that's the thing, Sherry, because something happened with a riding accident. Um, and she hurt herself really bad. She was out for a while. So Elise says Stone lured Karen into being a stripper. What? Oh wow. Well, Alicia, did he actually? Okay, but let me ask you a question, Alicia. Did he actually sleep with her, and was she underage? Almost says I'm good. I watched an interview with the woman who plays Stephanie Force on B&B, and she was saying how Finn's character needs to step up and be a man. Oh wow. Oh wow. Okay. That's wow. That's interesting. Jason says, "Say who killed Mason." Exactly right. Ron says, "What's your take on Ava turning the patch?" I think it's a good idea. Ron, I think it's a good idea. I think it was out of pocket for Steve to sit there and come at Ava talking about why'd you get involved with Clyde? I'm like, bro, you saying that like she had a choice. And honestly, tell you the truth, if you think yelling at her is actually going to sit there and help, like honestly, tell you the truth, this whole story has just been somewhat asinine. Chris, Christine, Christian, Steffi and Finn need to tell Hope and Finn to back off. Well, let's everyone say what's up to Christine. Welcome, Christine. Let's everyone welcome Christine into the chat. But yeah, I got my thoughts on that too. Yeah, no, I looked at it. It was like it's the same green icon as Ron. Um, I was like, no, that's not Ron. Sometimes I look at the icon before I look at the name, or so that way I don't know. So that was interesting. Um, but Lee, you want to say, oh, okay, I got you. I got you doing okay. All right, I respect your opinion on that. Autumn says, anything happened on Wine today? No, not really. Oh, yes, actually, something did actually happen on Wine. It took me a second. Seth got killed. I don't understand this. Seth had one job. One job. All he had to do was sit there and play along with Jordan and lure her back into a false sense of security. That's all you had to do. And instead, you confront her, outing her, and then turning your back on this woman. I'm like, are you? Oh wow, that's a bad case of food poisoning, right? Yeah. See, Cherry King. I know this is very controversial, but I would want to bring him back. Yeah, Lord B, but it was just so dumb. It was like you had one job. Cherry King. I would want them to bring Jax back, and I can see that Duane is on his trolling tonight. Why? What? Oh, because Cherry King, because of the things that the actor said. He said a lot of controversial things. He was going at Nessie. He was going at the chick that plays Alexis. He said something that was kind of idiotic with the actress that plays Terry. So he said a lot of stuff that's been very controversial. Um, oh, the character, not the actor. Okay. We said not sure about the underage thing. Karen dated Jason in high school, so I'm not really sure about the underage thing. She could have been 17. Sonny did sleep with her, did agree to let her strip. Yeah, I guess it seemed like they. But I'm saying here's the problem. The problem is Alicia. Even if she was 17, I mean, I don't know how much they rewrote because I don't know the original. The problem is now is the way that they are rewriting Sonny. He comes across as a predator. That's the thing. I mean, and then he sat there and said that I was just trying to help. Or you gave an underage woman candy. You put her on stage in stripper attire, and then you sat there and you slept with her. And she was underage, and the only thing you could sit there and say is, I was trying to help her. What the? Ron says, Albert, if this sugar that Steffi stabbed could she still be charged with murder? Yeah, I mean, eh, she could, but Ron, honestly, tell you the truth, they can see it as self-defense. They can literally see that as self-defense, Ron. She did break in this house, you know? Bobby says I was not watching when this original Karen storyline, but I was aware of it. Yeah, I mean, I heard about it. I didn't hear all the gory details and the way that John is Smith is describing it. If this is the new way that they're writing it, it puts Sunny in an extremely bad light. John says, "Are they really going?" Yeah, it seems like they're going to do that. Which also is out of pocket for Ava to sit there and say, "Yeah, no, Sonny, I believe you. I believe you, Smith. You're trying to help Karen." Did you just hear what John just said? Ava, you got a daughter that at some point is going to be Karen's age. Still in jail. Cherry ice cream. You know, Dewan, it would be interesting if they go there with those two. But yeah, it was shocking to say the least. But yes, on YNR. Seth, you have one job. Jackie P, it's good to see you. How have you been? It's been forever. Yeah, I didn't understand that. I don't understand why he actually went against the plan. You just outed her, and that was not part of the plan. Ron says Albert Lee needs to mind her effing business and get a man if she can get one. You know what? I can actually agree on that. And the gorgeous, amazing cat ladies in the chat, how are you doing tonight? Hope you had a lovely day. Oh, cat lady. Besides the fact that you're just gorgeous, um, what did you think of Sunny today? When you heard John speak, what did you think of Sunny today? Laura B says it's fun seeing people come back and seeing new faces. Yeah, it was, like I said, yesterday was crazy. Absolutely. Like, yes, we have 50 something people in it, and a lot of people are new. Lisa said the writers are putting Sonny in a bad light. It really didn't go down as bad as Jagger made it seem. Yeah, I'm gonna have to sit there and read up on his history. Um, because yeah, it Kelly says Sonny was wild. Uh, Sonny was a predator. Sonny was a predator. Sonny made an underage woman get on a pole and gave her candy and did stuff to her. That's not wild. That's being an actual predator. Jackie P says Sonny was not supposed to be around this much. Women loved the bad boy and they kept him. Yeah, it seemed like they might have kept him a little bit too long. I mean, now they just changed the history. Ron says, why did Trip and Wendy knocking when they heard? Because they wanted to get out because they didn't want to die there. That's why, Ron. That's why they knocked. They kept knocking and banging. Which, by the way, they've been like the worst part of this story. These goofy as let's pretend we're in Paris. Let's pretend we're in Vegas. And like they started doing like the musical sound effects and everything. I'm like, what in the hell are y'all doing? Lisa son did not make her work the pole, go back and watch. No, 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 it's not that I don't believe you. I'm just saying, like, again, the way they described it, you know? Kelly says Sonny did not make her do anything, and Sonny was like 24, not some creep be the way Jagger is saying it. Yes, that's exactly what you call it saying it too. That's exactly what Alicia's saying as well, Cat Lady. And see, Eagle Fang and Queen of the South. How you doing tonight? It's good to see you, Queen. Eagle Fang says, Albert, ABCGH really destroying Sonny's character. Why would they have Sonny's character take advantage of a teenager? Then all these other characters supported him. Yep, exactly. And I was just telling Cat Lady, you just telling me like he didn't do any of that stuff. So this is actually insane. Well, of course you're not gonna ask how the Queen is doing. Ron didn't actually go over it, but it'd be interesting to see how that works out. So now, uh, Queen Nikisha's in the chat. It's been a hot minute. How have you been? We just know they're talking about ABC. Well, now it's not they're talking about them changing Sonny's character and destroying him at the same time. Ooh, I cannot imagine how Maurice Bernard must feel. Nikisha, I really think them bringing up Sonny's past is his ex's storyline. Yeah, it's going to have to be his ex's storyline because that's not something you can actually come back from. Couldn't make it work. Again, they fudged the underage thing, I think. Yeah, that's crazy. That is absolutely insane. They literally sat there. And Dewan says against Seth was Jordan's useful idiot. Okay. Um, yeah. Jay Blue, so I heard the Jason episode from yesterday was supposed to go differently. Yes, I read that too. I read that as well, Jay Blue. The key says Sonny was a real villain back then. He was off with Karen, and to call her Carrie is disgusting. He gave her that name to strip under. So gross. Hmm. Oh, and Nikisha, Ron has this comment for you. So that's the comment that he been wanting to say to you, Nikisha. Apparently, I'm the person that got Passions canceled. So yeah, how you feel about that, Nikisha? Eagle fan says I have not watched Jace like I did when I live. I'm going by the EP today. Sunny's character is finished for longtime Jace fans blame the writers and directors, not me. That was just mind blowing. And Kyrie's Clark, the one and only. How you doing tonight, Kyrie's? Big Nate and Kyrie's Nikisha's actually in the chat tonight. Jay Blue says everybody encouraged family knows that Marshall was misdiagnosed. Why they rehash? That's a damn good question. That's a damn good question, Jay Blue. I don't understand why they're going to sit there and confront the doctor too. What is that going to do? Big Nate was good. What is actually confronting this doctor going to do? It happened years ago. You can't like. And then for Curtis and Stella to keep pushing this to go against this man wishes to the point it's like, all right, fine, I'll do it. It's like, what is that supposed to prove? Ron says it's like, how does Sonny have so many wives? I don't get that part. Harry says, I'm doing fine until I saw what my poor Wendy's going through. It's so hard to watch. I really hope she survives stronger than ever. I'm glad you enjoyed that part. I'll say that much. I'm glad you enjoyed that part. Um, I was just not there saying before you got here that it was literally like the worst part for me, but exactly, J Blue. They love the bad boys. I know, Nikisha, we got so many people in here right now. We got so many people in here right now. Yeah, I mean, Alicia, they definitely ruined her character when she got on Days. Eagle fans is really like that dude that plays Jagger. He has some potential ability. When is Eve going to start throwing as a character? Stop being every man's second. You know, Carly will always be first. Now, Gemini is in the chat. How you doing tonight? And Daisy Flowers in the chat. Karen was 17, so she was underage. Yeah, this whole thing is so mind blowing. How you doing tonight, Daisy Flower? Gemini says, when did Jason get shot or is it back? That's another question I had to sit there and ask. How did Jason get, thank you, Gemini. How did Jason get shot? I don't understand how Jason got shot. CJ Love says, Albert, I think there may be an outbreak coming soon at GH. Outbreak of what? I'm very curious. Eagle fan says the writer's part was so ridiculous how they explained the entire Sunny teenage part and growing. Sorry, bad writing by me as well. I'm assuming you mean grooming, but yes. Well, I'm glad. Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm glad you enjoyed the Wendy and Trip part. Angela's uh, sounds like a typical hot, try teenage girl. I wouldn't go that far. But how you doing tonight, Angela? CJ Love says multiple people complaining of the same syndrome. Just a thought. Okay, symptoms. Hmm. Queen Jess is in the chat. Lady J, how you doing tonight? Daisy Flowers says Brenda was 17 when she started dating Sonny. He was 28, and people were upset about Josh dating Dex. Damn. Nikki said, if Dante dies, I feel so bad for Kelly Monaco. Every time Jason comes back, they kill her relationship. I was just sitting there thinking about that too. It was like, if they, I doubt that they're going to kill Dante off. I doubt that, Laura B. I was also saying, I doubt that, Laura B. I doubt that they're going to sit there and kill her off. Kill him off. And Dawn, see, we got another person in the chat. Dawn says Dante is not going to die. Unless everyone say hi to Dawn. Alyssa, how you doing tonight? Okay, said, do you remember how sleazy Coleman was on GA's old school Sunny McKee? Wow, that bad? God damn. Exactly. Let's everyone give Dawn a warm welcome. How you doing tonight, Crystal? Damon. Dante probably will be in a coma. I can see them probably doing a coma maybe, just to give the actor kind of a break. Kyrie says it's about time they involve Steve and John in the storyline. They got all this smoke for that creepy Constantine, when Clyde is the true menace that needs to be dealt with. See, I agree. Yeah, I agree with that. Deja Fly says you have to see clips where Sunny throws her essay in her face when she was. Wow. Oh my. Jay Blue says I hope they don't put Jason and Sam together. Wasn't Sam finished with Jason the last? That's true. Of course, I do find that this like the way they did it was just so abrupt that it was just like, are you kidding me? Um, Elise said Brenda couldn't have been 17. She was still in the circle of Jagger. Karen and Stone, Brenda dated Sonny way after Karen. So how could Brenda have been 17? Well, it seemed like this rewrite just just as Dante would probably be incapacitated for a while. Yes, exactly. Give him a break for a minute. All right, so I'm gonna sit there and check out these likes. Yeah, and even Ron agrees with you, Kyrie, about the Constantine thing, about the Clyde thing. Okay, so we got 45 people in the chat. We got okay, so we got 16 likes. So if you are enjoying the stream, make sure you do hit the like button because it really, yes, thank you, Lord B. Do hit the like button because it really does actually help. Thank you. Yeah, Duan, I totally forgot about that. I was like, wait, how did he get shot? Like, that's what I was like. We're gonna talk about this in the live stream because I think that video would have went way longer than it should have. Eagle fan says the rewrite messed up big time today. Watch they have Jason forgetting how he loved Britt, not Carly. Kai won. I didn't see the episode, but I really liked it. So you, huh? Curry says, well, you know, those Jocelyn fans will do anything to justify her actions. Gas as straws makes facts can't change it. Jocelyn treated Cameron like a toilet seat. Well, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. No, I will continue to sit there and say that. Don said to Dante to survive, he will everybody that he will tell everyone that Jason's alive. If he remembers. I don't know why. I feel like they're gonna probably have him forget or something. Willis said today's episode was a mess. EJ is so weird because he's cutting Stefan some slack for shooting Harris, but he's giving Tate a hard time for something he didn't really do. You know what? Thank you, Alyssa. That's a really good point. That's a really good point. And Laura B said, didn't Jason get shot while the guy that shot Dante shot at him? Yeah, I don't really understand that. Say with a passion, say like a goddamn. I mean, it's true. She did sit there and treat that man like a damn policy. Big Samuel, how you doing tonight? Just as funny how Chase decided to show up after Dante's been bleeding for like an hour. Where was he the whole time? That's a damn good question. Big Samuel, how you doing tonight? Agent Flaw says you have to see the clip of Alan confronting Sonny about Karen. Yeah, I'm gonna have to sit there and start looking some of this stuff up. You know, Jay Blue, why did he just have one episode? Why did you just have one guard there the whole time? That didn't make any sense. Sammy says I'm good, just finished tomorrow's episode, why not? Well, I'm assuming you watched today's episode. What do you think of it? Ron says, Albert, tell Nikisha I blame you two for Passions being canceled because Tabitha having her baby Endura also, Albert, started a petition for it to go. That's very true. Now you know, Nikisha. But he's also blaming you for some odd reason, so I don't really know why that is. Okay, we got a new person, Spencer. I hope they don't kill off Dante for Jason to have Sam back. Let's say what's up to what? Spencer? I think that's how you pronounce your name, Spencer, right? Let's give him one welcome to Spencer. Double C, how you doing tonight? Damon said Jason's father actually killed the guy that blanked Karen. Good. Damon says Walnut's been good. I'm interested every day lately. Damon said, oh, Spence, sir. Spencer? What's good, Darby? Dated Plus says Karen was Scott's daughter, and that's why he hates her. Well, yeah, no, I mean, that makes sense. Okay, that's what I figured that. Thank you, Jazz. Thanks, Jazz. And Kyrie's can't wait for Phyllis to give her just desserts. And Melinda, hi everyone. Did you hear what I said yesterday about Jason? They call him. Yes, Melinda, I do remember you saying that. I missed that part though. Gemini says Albert, he had the same. Oh, okay. I figured that. Thank you. Thank you, Gemini. I just want to make sure I had it right. Thank you. I appreciate you. Alyssa, I haven't watched mine on B&B yet. I watched Days and I'm skipping GH this week. Sammy says Phyllis face got get her face cracked. Go and get her face cracked. Phyllis is just, my whole thing is like with Phyllis, she just comes across as super desperate. And uh, I mean, I don't really give a damn about the love triangle anyway. Spencer said, to be honest, I'm not thrilled with the writers, with the writing, how they wrote Jason back into the show. It's a little lazy. Okay. We said, with a red and purple passion. Okay, Kyrie's. Alicia says Alan was a prime example of pot kettle. He knew what Karen's mom said. He wanted to get into mom's pants, but was scared of Monica. Hmm. And apparently, according to Samuel, Phyllis has always been desperate. Hmm. It's the first time I'm saying it. It is ugly sight. Spencer says maybe, but maybe these new writers will make the writing a little better for Jason and Steve because that's what Steve was talking about in this podcast. Yes. With Bradford Anderson, yes. Which they used to call it Stone Cold and the Jackal, and then he had to change it for legal reasons. Which I'm like, okay. Hmm. I don't know. I did sit there and think that nope. At least they didn't get out yet. Those two did not get out yet. But eventually they will. It's just like like I said, for me, watching them was literally the worst part of the episode. Um Yeah, I'm very. I mean, I didn't. I forgot about that run about the whole, Rachel and everything. Just says you got to be kidding me with the Heather today. I can't believe Cyrus stood there shook. Well, just apparently now he's an old frail man that found God. So do we really need to see a story of him coming back to Port Charles when we all knew he wasn't dead to begin with? Hmm. I don't know. I get it. A lot of some people aren't really that excited that Jason. I'm personally ecstatic that Jason's back. Um, Alicia said, "Good. Maybe the rescue will come next year." No, it needs to come soon because I can't sit there and keep seeing them. Um, I can't sit there and see them keep that they're playing pretend where they're in that little bear canister. Ron says Sheila was a monster. I can't believe the writers are making Finn angry at his true love, Steffi, after all the evil his mother has done to other people, including her himself. Duran, I don't know. Again, I think that people are being too harsh on Finn personally. Exactly, CJ. I'm like, yo, listen. I'm ecstatic. Harry says I couldn't care less about Jason Morgan. I didn't want to rain on your parade. I mean, that's fun. Like I said, Kyrie's is it's not for character's not for everyone. So you're not I respect that. We agree to disagree. That's all. Ron, you keep snitting saying that, and yet I haven't seen one sign of her being a quote unquote effing gold digger. So, Ron, we actually come up with an example of Donna being a gold digger, then I'll sit there and take it seriously. Yeah, John. What's good, Jonathan? Exactly, Don. No, but you're not raining on my parade. We can agree to disagree. That's all. And yes, Nikisha has a comment. I'm surprised you didn't read that comment, Nikisha. Yeah, apparently it's mine and your fault. So yes, Nikisha, you're partly the reason why what you call it got you're partly the reason why Passion got canceled, Nikisha. Harry says, I'm happy you're happy though. But to me he's meh and he's not staying anyway. He will be going again. Yeah, I get it. Like I said, that's the thing about these soaps and stuff like that. It's like, you know, we can always agree to disagree on stuff. There's like I said, there's stuff that you like and there's characters you like that I may not like. And that's what I realize when I'm watching the soap opera. Like even when I don't see people that I like, I'm just like, ugh. I know other people do like them, so it's like I get it. Darby says it's that Sheila and Finn hug times 1,000. I just think that feelings are very complicated. That's what it really comes down to. Um, but yes, Nikisha, you and I are to blame. Mr. Bear, how you doing tonight? Oh, okay. Well, I get it, Crystal. Like I said, not everyone's a Jason fan, and that's fine. Nikisha, I was so mad we didn't get a Mason appearance when Cyrus is at the prison working for the cops. It's really funny. Well, just Nikisha, he actually was here a couple of days ago. And Dewan, this team, some see this. Okay, you know what, Dewan, I can agree. We're gonna agree to disagree on that. But that's cool that you like Summer. That's cool. I'm always gonna pick Audrey. So Samuel says Jason is Jason. It's like a sandwich. We all know what a sandwich tastes like. It's going to be the same every time. Yeah, see another person that's not, a fan of Jason. That's cool. Jackie P says, I'm glad Jason's back. Would rather see him than Drew. Nikisha Miss because that's sad. How has Nathan been? Any new work for us to support? Yes, he actually isn't in the movie. I wrote it down in my book. Um, but yes, he actually is doing in the movie. So when I get the name when I find the name of it, I will sit there and post it so we can sit there and support it. Darby says Finn just met that woman over a year ago. I get it, Darby, but like I said, it's like I said, feelings are complicated, and so like that's what I'm saying. Like Ridge talking about, oh, you need to sit there and get over it and be with your wife. It's like, bro, he's a grown ass man with his own kids. You're not married, like you goddamn right, Janet. That woman is a 10. He said, "Thank you, Ab. I definitely want to check out whatever project he's on." Yeah, and it's so weird. It's like I wrote it down specifically because I want to. So yes, I will do that. Jonathan says, "I'm happy to see one of my daytime TV most baddest characters." That exactly, Jonathan. Like I said, I'm here for it. I am here for it. But like I said, I get it. Some people just, it is what it is. Exactly, Laura. But that's what I said. Feelings are complicated. Finn is entitled to his. Texas Twister, how you doing tonight? It's good to see you again. Justin says Deacon hooked up with the wrong people, and that was Sheila. Well, love is complicated. Wink, wink. I know Ridge isn't talking about supporting a wife after how many times he cheated on Taylor. Ooh, thank you, wink, wink. And Texas Twister, it's good to see you again. Spencer says, I don't understand the whole situation between Sonny and Jagger. Like, Jackie keeps holding the whole Karen Wexler thing over his head. He got to chill with that. That was like 30 years ago. Get over it. I don't know. The way that they actually rewrote it, I can understand why he's not getting over it. There's certain stuff that he did that, ugh. Yes, Texas Twister. It's good to see you again. Not loving why not right now, Janet? I get it. Janet says, so do you think Hope and Finn together is gonna happen? Is gonna happen. People don't want it to happen, but it's gonna happen. It's just a matter of time. Ron says, I was saying Abba and Nikisha are responsible for Passion getting canceled because Tabitha was old and she had her baby Endora. Also, he was jealous of Endora. That's very true, Ron. I'm a very jealous and petty person, and I don't like to see people happy. So, yeah. Nikisha, exactly, Nikisha. See all the stuff that you was missing while you were gone? You was blaming me and you for Passion getting canceled? Just says, I'm over Jagger. If he's going to keep throwing a temper tantrum every time he sees Sonny, he needs to be off the case. Yeah, I would sit there and say he's definitely too close, and that's why Sonny keeps trying to bait him to get him kicked off. Ida, how you doing tonight? Yeah, Kyrie, I was never a huge fan of Lucas when I first started watching it. I don't need to edit the layout. Ron says, Ron says, I forgot. Ask Nikisha what is her take on Brad Bell saying that he doesn't care what the audience thinks about his writing. You hear that, Nikisha? That question is for you. Francis, how you doing tonight? Thank you for joining. Johnson says, I do agree that what Sonny did 30 years ago was terrible, but I wouldn't use that to define him as a whole because Sonny is a complex character. That's what makes him interesting. You know, okay, I can respect that, but I guess for me, it's just like, oh, shit. Nikisha says, Ron, I blame you for Brad Bell's right. Now I blame you for Brad Bell's writing, obviously. You hear that, Ron? Nikisha blames you for Brad Bell's writing. So you're at fault for that. Jay Blue said there's a General Hospital snark page that doesn't like the pairing of Carly and Drew. They refer to Drew as hands. Jesus Christ. Okay. Why is it? Yeah, Jay Blue, he does need to be snipped at doing his actual job. Nikisha, Ron, I blame you for Brad Bell's writing, obviously. Oh, yeah, I didn't even actually see that, Laura B. Yeah, we actually have 56. Wonder how many likes we have. Oh, so now Sheila Carter was a 10? Maybe back in the day she might have been doing. Wink Wink says, if someone did to Avery, Donna, Christina what he did to Karen, y'all would be raising hell. Where was all this energy for Kiefer and Shiloh? Come on now. That's what I'm sitting there saying. I'm like, even if it was 30 years ago, what he did was just like the worst thing you can do to a human being. Ron says, okay, Nikisha, you blame me for Bell's writing, but you and Albert started petitioning that got Passions canceled. Uh, yeah, that Nikisha, we started a petition. That got Passions canceled. Johnson says, I do think Sonny truly remorseful about Karen in a way it may have reminded him of watching his mother being violently abused by Deacon as well as himself. Okay, I'm a dissect that comment in a second. Spencer says I definitely like the interaction when they have Jason and Dex in the scene. Yes, that's going to be interesting. What would you think about what Sonny said? What the? Nikki said, "Okay, Ron, how about this? I know who you are, but who am I?" Okay, so we're being the Riddler tonight. Okay. But see, here's my whole thing though. Yes, yes, it'll be interesting. How do you sit there? Okay, after everything that John said to Sonny about what he did to an underage minor, giving her candy and everything, and all he says is, "Well, I want to try to help her out of her situation. I I was there to sit there and listen to her talk." You know who makes excuses like that? Predators. Predators do that. Wow, Duan is like, I hope Steffi and Liam have another child. Ooh, that's like saying that's a sin thing. Alyssa, not with Passion's joke. You went from Sheila to Passion. See, Alyssa, see what you miss when you're not in the chat. See what kind of shenanigans you miss when you're not in the chat, Alyssa. Harry says EJ finally won. That man is truly made of steel. I don't know. He kind of, for some odd reason, he was vexing me or something. Just say yes, Sonny needs to go somewhere with those weak ass excuses. Just see the thing is they're not even weak excuses. They're excuses that predators use to try to explain their actions away. That's what's so bad. You gave her candy and you knew she was underage, and you sit there and say, "Hey, I did it because I want to try to help." What? Francis says, I saw where Nina may go after Jason to get revenge for Ava and Sonny getting together. Yeah, because we all know that's gonna wind up happening. Yeah, Alyssa Duan is on that trolling stuff. Johnson says, I think we could need to watch a clip of the story with Karen to get full context of what happened. See, Jonathan, the problem is it seems like they are rewriting history from what people in the chat are saying, which is because the rewrite that they're doing is making Sonny look in the worst possible light. Harry says, yes, EJ is truly heartless, but he's right. Gabby is nothing but untrustworthy trouble. Hmm. I see your feelings didn't change about Gabby. Jay Blue says, what intent did people also listen to? He knew she was in pain. Also, Sonny said there's more to the story, but he didn't reveal more. Okay. Wink said there's no rewrite. It happened just like Jagger said it did. And if that's the case, then oh, that's just sick. Darby says, I don't know why some of you are so surprised. The producers wanted to clean up Sonny image because of Luke was going to leave eventually, and the women fans love his dimples. Um, well, Kyrie, because your feelings changed about Wendy. Hmm. Okay, no, like I said, I'm finding this out. Yeah, I mean, just here's the thing: there's bad, and then there's evil, right? Bad and like Sonny does bad things by killing people, by intimidating people, by blood money, right? Those are bad things, but we can excuse them because the people that he goes up against are way worse. That, on the other hand, yeah. Spencer says, I hope having Jason back, his son Danny will be on a better track. Yeah, he definitely does need to get his house in order. Oh, okay. Well, we're gonna agree to disagree on that one, Kyries, but okay. Abe needs to get his memory back and fire Aegis as because he's breaking the law and abusing his power. He doesn't fit DA standards. I can agree with that. Exactly, Jonathan. Joe Scully was worse. And Jay Blue says Cyrus is evil. I'm waiting for his true nature to resurface. Yeah, I am too. That's what I'm saying though. He always goes up against people that are worse. Okay. Well, if you say so, Kyries, we can agree to disagree on that. Francis says, I think it's sugar too, because why would she throw herself into a knife to die for Sheila? Maybe Sheila has something to use against her if she didn't do. Yeah, I mean, maybe, but here's the thing, Francis, whatever it is, it wouldn't include her dying, though, you know? Nikki said, honestly, Sonny was a predator Jason too. He took advantage of a dude with a fresh brain injury and made him a criminal. Yeah, and Wink Wink says Nikisha is 100% correct. Damn. Jay Blue says good luck with Jason being a present dad. Yeah, and not putting other people's kids before his own. Juan said today Rich acted like Deacon just really told Steffi off, but he didn't. Reg is definitely ODing. And Lee also Lee needs to sit there and worry about what went wrong in her relationship and worry about getting a man and not being in her son's business. Darby says, didn't Sonny have a girl who gave Stone? Oh, I have no idea. That's a good question. I mean, they rewriting stuff like there's no tomorrow. Ron says Albert Rich is a scumbag and Baker is coming back with more questions. He can't do ish about it. Well, maybe his lawyer can. Johnson says, did EJ take Stephen's shares or did he get his own back? It seemed like he took his shares. He seemed like he took everything. His money, his stock, everything. Stephen said that after everything that he takes, he's going to be penniless. That's how much EJ took. He took everything. He said how long before Sonny and Ava repeat their crypt. Harry says if they do, they will upgrade to the bedroom this time. Harry, is you doing a live stream tonight? Yeah, exactly. I'm like, oh, okay, now I got it. Yeah, you doing a live stream tonight? Exactly, Ron. She needs to sit there and get her own damn man. Just says I thought Marshall and everyone already knew about his diagnosis. Why are they having the same conversation? I don't think okay, cool, Carries. You know the thing is just um Curtis didn't know. Curtis didn't know. Yeah, Darby, that's what I said. He stripped everything from him. Yeah, Jackie B, she had a hand in it. She had a hand in it. Because she took his his meds and switched it out with like placebos. But see, that's my whole thing, Lorby. He didn't want to sit there and confront the doctor because he was like, "Hey, listen, I can't go back in time. I can't change anything. So, like, what's the point of me doing this?" Johnson says it looks like EJ has something to land on if he does end up losing his job. I thought he already has something to land on. I mean, his family's rich, which I didn't really understand why Kristen was looking for more money to try to hire Sloan when she's already rich. Damon says, I wonder who will be the doctor who misdiagnosed Marshall. Good question. I don't understand why he needs to, like he said, he was like, I can't go back and change things. So, like, just doesn't even matter about Marshall. He still chose to be a dep. I don't think that's a really good question. Oh, Taco Tuesday, Tracy. That's cute. I like that. Wait, Jeff, how did he choose to be a deadbeat dad? No, no, no. I want to know that answer. How did he choose to be a deadbeat dad? Nikisha, if the doctor misdiagnosed Marshall, he might have misdiagnosed other people. That's a lot of potential hurt. That's a fair point. I think it's kind of pointless for him to sit, like he said, he can't change anything, but I do see a point though. Wink Wink says, why are they dragging this Marshall storyline out? If they wanted drama, check in on Taggart and his drinking problem. Yes, Trina forever dad. Thank you, Wink Wink. No, Justin says he chose to be a deadbeat. Like I said, I read that part. Just I want to know, how did he choose to be a deadbeat dad when he got diagnosed with something that people didn't understand what it was at the time? Hello, he left his family after being diagnosed. Yeah, because he didn't want to hurt his family. I don't understand that. Like, I don't get that. Johnson says Ryan Chamberlain was more like Sheila, only more dangerous. Hmm. Exactly. Jay Blue says had Daddy left because he feared that his mental illness might harm his family. Exactly. He didn't just leave just to leave. Like, he didn't just choose to leave. Have a good night, Kyrie's. It's good to see. Well, yeah, have a good night, Kyrie's. Jess, yeah, but here's the thing. It's now it's a norm thing. Back then, they didn't really know how to get a handle. They didn't really know what it really was. You gotta sit there and think, like, living with this now is a lot different than living with it back then. Just says he was gone for more than 20 years and no symptoms. I mean, the problem is she's wrong in some ways and she's right in other ways. Like, he didn't choose to be a deadbeat dad. This is where she's wrong. That was not, that wasn't a normal thing back then. So she's wrong for that. Ron, Paulina was in her feelings. That's my whole thing. J. Blue says what Opera said, and Marshall has been on medication this entire time. No, I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying though. Later on in life, because the thing is, okay, so Jess is choosing to be a scorpion right now, so that's okay. Spencer says, nice flash t-shirt, Albert, bro. Live that show until season three. Love that show to season three. Yeah, a lot of people have a lot of problems with a lot of the Arrow stuff after season three. Just as he left and stayed gone, what the F do you call that? Oh, I'm gonna get on you in a hot minute. I'm gonna get on you in one hot minute, Jess, because you cooking something and it's Mr. Bear says when Luna and RJ storyline comes back, or did BNB? No, it's coming back. It is coming back. What's good, Dave? Jay Blue says just mental health is not that black and white. Thank you, Jay Blue. Wink Wink says, what if Marshall got other kids? He was gone for like over 20 years. This man could have a whole other family. See, all right. And like Jay Blue said, it's not so cut and dry. And they didn't know back then. So just and now he was gone over 20 years, missed me with their excuses. And Jay Blue says, oh my lord, I can't believe I'm in here defending Hat Daddy. Okay, Jay Blue, this is where I'm gonna sit there and agree with her to an extent. Because Curtis is practically like 50. So at some point, he should have came back. Exactly, Jay Blue. I mean, exactly, Gemini. Marshall stayed away because he was sick. But at some point, he stayed away when he was a kid. He stayed away when they were kids. He should have came back in their life when he was an adult. That's where I would sit there and give her some credit. Spencer says, I don't know if you saw my last comment, but I said I absolutely do not like how General Hospital writers ruined Nicholas completely. How did they lose him completely? Well, how did it? Well, Johnson says, how do you think this Clyde story on Days will end? I think they may finally kill him off, Jonathan. I don't know why. I feel like they will finally kill Clyde off and maybe use his heart for Paulina. Mr. Bear said, did Flash and Superman have a foot race and an old comic book who won? Um, I don't know. But I'm assuming that the Flash would have won though. Dave says, I've been wanting to ask you, are you familiar with the YouTube name JLJ Media and Brock TV? And do they know you and your channel? Yes, they do know me. And I know them. That's right, Dave. We know each other. Ambassador Sam, how you doing tonight? But yeah, to answer your question, Dave, we all know each other. Just said, nah, he's a deadbeat dad. He's a deadbeat dad. I think Jess doesn't understand black. I don't. I think Jess just looks at it as a just a black and white situation, and it's really not. What was good, Ambassador Sam? It's good to see you. Johnson says after they get rid of Clyde, hopefully later they bring a new villain. I hope so too. I hope so too. Gemini says, when you are ashamed that you failed your family and your kids, it's not easy to come back. You can leave children and expect them to respect you as an adult. Yeah, I. Ron says, Albert, why can't Lee get a man since she's not with Jack? Because she's a boss chick and no one likes boss chicks. Johnson says Orpheus is yeah, I have to tell you, Jonathan, I actually like Orpheus. So I would want him to come back. Justice is different if he told them and then went to get help, then I can be more understanding. This man up and left no word and been gone for 20 years. What do y'all say? Hmm. That's as I, that's what I said. That's why I give you credit. I just my issue, just is that you are trying to make this. Now, Winkler says, if my dad left our family and tried to come back after my mom and little brother died, he better stay gone. He doesn't have a family anymore, schizophrenic or not. Wow. Okay. Gemini says, Albert, you have a point about boss chicks. Yeah, I'm just we don't we don't deal with divas. What the hell was the name of that chick that Gemini, what's the name of that chick that I actually want to do a video on? Jenny Marble or something like that? Or Jenny Ma. Jenny Ma was a perfect example of a boss chick gone wrong. I don't know. I don't know, Ron. Jay Blue says I thought I had daddy issues. Or this old lady in this room, what a boss chicks. Divas. Jay Blue, you know what a diva is, right? Somebody who feels like they're in charge of ish, who feels like they run stuff. Gemini says Gemini is currently by herself. Exactly, Exactly, Gemini. That's the definition of boss chicks gone wrong. Johnson says the cool thing about Orpheus is the actor who plays him is a voice announcer for movies and shows such as Everyone Hates Chris and several other shows on Fox back in the early 2000s. Damn. Okay. Yeah, I like well, every since I saw Orpheus the first time, I liked him. Jay Blue says yes, I know what a diva is. So yeah, that's pretty much the same thing. Divas, boss chicks. We men we don't deal with that. We don't have patience for that. We just don't. Exactly. Thank you, Gemini. Yeah, we don't deal with that. That's not what we do. Maybe beta males or something like that, but men don't deal with that. Ron says, Albert, if Deacon does go to the police and give a statement about Sheila comes to the house, maybe. Well, Jay Blue, let's not get personal. Let's not make it personal. Let's not go there. Let's stick to the characters. Because again, on some level, I get what Jess is saying. I don't think it's as black and white as Justice that they're trying to make it out to believe. But I do believe at some point when he was an adult, he should have came back. That's what I always felt was just out of pocket. Gemini says Lawrence has been acting since he was a kid. Yeah, they do. That's why I was like, let's keep this about the characters. I get it, Jay Blue, but let's keep this about the characters, not about each other now. Wink Wink says because of shows like Love and Hip Hop, I can't take anyone who calls themselves a boss chick seriously. I never could take anyone that calls themselves a boss chick seriously. Jay Blue says I just turned to CW to see what was on and nearly knocked over my TV set because they're showing. Yeah, well, they don't want to invest in scripted shows because it costs money, and they're just see. I knew they were going to just want to ruin their own network, and that's exactly what wound up happening. So unfortunately, it's just one of those things. It's like it does make me a little bit sad though because like the CW used to be so fun to watch. They didn't have the best shows. You know what? I'll save that talk for you when we do our collab. Francis says something to do with Poppy seducing him when she was on meds. Hmm. Well, it won't be as obvious and as forthcoming as Dollar Bill because we can all see that coming. Gemini says they had plenty of boss chicks, but boss chicks, well, look at the name. Yeah, you know what? I have to tell you, Jonathan, I'm gonna email you tonight. So keep an eye on the email. I'm gonna sit there and email you tonight about it. Lorby says Poppy went to live with Lee when Finn was in college. It was an assumption Poppy never said. And exactly. Anyways, Jess. Ron says, I hope that fans are not harassing the actor present, but they are though. I'm assuming that they are. I'm not too sure, Ron, but I'm assuming that they are. Spencer said, yeah, I don't know what happened to CW. They've been very cheap. They even got rid of Superman and Lois, which honestly was the best. Yeah. Spencer, I'm going to be honest. They got rid of the show, right? I don't think it should have never been on a CW. Like that, like, they should have put that on HBO Max. They should have put that show on HBO Max because the CW don't have a budget for a show like that. As much as I love it, and yeah, I do agree with that, Spencer. Just as I wonder how Jason got shot. See, it's funny because people listened to this thing in the beginning that it was just bad writing because he did shoot that guy. So who shot him? No, but that's the thing, though, Laura B. It looked like Jason shot him. So how did he get shot? That's the problem. Like, how did he get shot? Johnson says the cheap wasteland television network established in 2023. So sad. Yeah, Jess, I don't remember seeing that out there. Almost seemed like they just added it in at the last minute for a drama. Like literally. Also, Jess, how was he standing there putting pressure on him the entire time if Jason is actually bleeding out? Yeah. I don't know, John. My whole thing is like I have so many fond memories. I just I don't want to discuss it right now because I want to sit there and talk to you about it in what you call it. Lobby says they shot at the same time. Wow, then I gotta sit there and I gotta rewatch that again then. Wink Wink says Jason got shot the same time he shot the guy who shot Dante. He tried to shoot Dante again, but when Jason shot him, the bullet hit Jason instead. Ah, exactly, exactly, Spencer. I said that. Thank you. It happened so fast. I didn't even see it. Mr. Bear says did Coin and Carter get backlash for the story years ago? Probably. Mr. Bear. You know how some old minds think. You know how some old minds think. J Blue said, "Is there a page on YouTube that lists things you're not allowed to say on YouTube?" Phoenix often says he can't say certain things. I just want to know what they are. Well, I mean, obviously, J Blue like cursing, and cursing is one of the big things. Um, and that's a problem, J Blue. The problem with things that you can't say is that certain people can say it, but if another channel says the same thing, they get punished. That's the problem with social media platforms. Two people can say something and only one person will sit there and get punished for it. Jay Blue says, I didn't know cursing wasn't allowed. Well, here's the thing, Jay Blue, it's not so much that cursing isn't allowed, but if you are monetized, they don't want you cursing. So like Kyrie's is just, cursing up a storm. His channel isn't monetized. So he can curse all day long, but if his channel is monetized, they're gonna be like, hey, listen, this doesn't look ad friendly. So we're not gonna sit there and give you that many ads. Yeah. Yeah, Jay Blue, the rules are so fickle sometimes. It's just like Duan says, I heard you can't curse, but after 16 minutes or something. Yes. Yep. After the first 30 seconds, you can sit there and curse. I'm not even joking. I'm being dead ass serious too. But here's the thing: I generally don't curse because I may have an older crowd of people and they don't like cursing, so it's just easy to just not curse in general. Yeah, Jay Blue is weird. Francis says, I don't get how Dante got shot that bad with his vest on. He gets shot more than one time in critical condition. Yeah, he got a really terrible bulletproof vest. Yeah, Ron, it's possible. It's possible. Exactly, Jay Blue. Pillows. That's how the budget is so bad at the police department. Mr. Bear says YouTube got us purposely misspelling certain words also. Yes. Even YouTubers. Or I have to sit there and say certain words like candy, love in the afternoon, research. Okay, well you get what I'm saying though. Kelly says, Albert, the wine I've been talking about is in my video today, so you can see it. I'm looking forward to that. Plus, I'm looking forward to seeing your video also. So that'd be the second bonus. Spencer says, even though Jason was shot, he obviously going to be fine. They're not going to bring him back. Well, yeah, no, they're not just going to kill him off. No, no, I don't believe that either, Spencer. Yes, Cat Lady, that'd be the second bonus. Alyssa said, YouTube is censoring everything. You might as create a Patreon. I might, I might. It's and I don't know. It's it's a possibility. It's an alternative. So yes. And also, everyone in the chat, Alyssa, she has a podcast as well. Her and her friends do they talk about wrestling. So if you're interested in wrestling, definitely check out Alyssa's podcast on YouTube. Wink Wink says we're grown. We should be able to discuss adult topics using adult words. It's getting ridiculous. Yeah, it's yeah. You're not wrong. Wink wink. Johnson says, what did you think of and join latest? Jonathan, I thought it was so stupid. I'm like, Steph, you had one job. You had one job. Play along. Why does man have this dangerous ass woman behind your back? Like what are we doing? Cat lady says Jason is heading to Elizabeth. Hmm. That's interesting, cat lady. That would be interesting. But yeah. I mean, trust me, Wink Wink, I agree. And Alyssa says it's every Saturday at 4 p.m. Off the Road podcast. Yes, and of course, I'm gonna sit there when you do go live. I'm gonna sit there and link it on my channel so they can follow you. And actually, tell you the truth, Alyssa and her friends are pretty good. So Francis said Jason may go to Carly for help. It would make more sense to go to Liz, but okay, I can see him doing something stupid like that. Mr. Bear says, I love the 70s and 80s wrestling. Yeah, no, you definitely want to sit there and check out Alyssa. Jay Blue says, wink, wink, there's a lot of hoops to jump through to express oneself. Yes, that's very true. Do on the Army. Wink, wink says, Seth died from stupidity. He and Nikki could have worked together to get Jordan back in police custody. Exactly, wink, wink. He just went off script for no reason. And then, of course, the car just happened to be there. And his dumbass actually went in front. Like, why would you sit there and have somebody that is a sociopath have them behind you? Ron says, so Albert, if Chief Baker and his officers do arrest and lock up Steffi for murder, what will Rich do? Get his team of lawyers to try to get her bail because he's rich. And to be fair, it was self-defense. Gemini said Jason may purchase Spoon Island because he doesn't have the money, because he does have the money in offshore accounts. For a while, people was there saying it was Cyrus, but Spencer says, my question is, does he have to go back to his boss about if they eliminated Sonny or not, or is Jason in charge of the whole thing? Because remember, the shooter called him Jacob. That's a good question. And Spencer, he did seem like he was trying to do stuff on a low. So that's a good question. Johnson says if Dante wakes up and tells Sam that Jason is alive, she may find him first. Jonathan, like I said, I think he's gonna go. I think he's gonna sit there and try to be with Liz. I think he's gonna get Liz to help. Is what I think. But you gotta remember, technically, Dante was the first person to sit there and see Jason being back. Yeah, he's definitely gonna go to Liz for help. And Ambassador Sam says, "Sir, your Twitch live stream and reviews are good as well." Thank you, thank you, Ambassador Sam. Yes, I do have a Twitch channel. Um, I don't talk about soap operas on there. So if you do go to my Twitch channel when I do lives, it's going to be about everything else except for soaps. Thank you, Ambassador Sam. I do appreciate that because I'm going to sit there and try to be pushing my Twitch channel a little bit more too. I said, damn, Mr. I've seen him smile before. Alyssa, I have to start cooking dinner for myself and my dad. I have to go. Have a good night, everyone. I might go to Kyrie's live stream if I get done on time. You have a good night, Alyssa. It was really great to see you. Alyssa, I could talk about wrestling. Yes, of course. Absolutely, Alyssa. Kelly says Albert was holding out on us Twitch channel. Nah, I have to find a good schedule to sit there and do it. But nah, Spencer, I'm still rocking with the PS4. Still rocking with the PS4. Maybe one day I'll get a PS5. Maybe this year. Johnson says Valentine could very well purchase Spoon Island. He did used to. Yeah, but why would he though? He already has a house for Charlotte. Why would he go back to Spoon Island? Also, Cat Lady, I didn't really talk about it too much on here because it's mostly soap stuff. So if I invite people over to the Twitch channel, it's not going to be about soaps. So that's the only thing. Wink Wink says you got to get a PS5 before. I'm still playing Grand Theft Auto 5. I don't do any of the missions yet. I just like to just do bad things on there. But actually, when I want to get it, I want to get it for Spider-Man. I really want to play the Spider-Man 2. Johnson says I forgot about the house he bought. Yeah, that's what I say. It just wouldn't make any sense. Yeah, I mean, That's where we could sit there and say maybe Jason owned it. Have a good night, Jay Blue. Have a good night, Francis. Thank you for joining. It's good seeing you again. Wink Wink says, yeah, Spider-Man grabs the Lewis. It does. So yeah, no, I definitely want to get it. But you know, that's the whole thing though, Wink Wink. It's like finding times to actually play video games because I work in the daytime and then I do YouTube at night. So it's like my downtime is very limited. That's another reason why I didn't get a PS5. It's like finding time to sit there and play video games can be difficult. Darby says, do you have a bunch of people on? No, not yet, Darby. Not yet. No. It's actually, Darby, it's actually more harder to get people on. It's more harder to sit there and get people on Twitch than it is on YouTube. It's way more difficult. But I don't know. The way I got to go about Twitch is a lot different. It's like I have to have an audience to get them to Twitch. It's 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 kind of a hassle. Just the reason why I didn't do anything on my Twitch channel like years ago. But for some odd reason, now I want to sit there and really give it a go. It is way more difficult now. Justin says, Heather had the nerve to blame Cyrus for her daughter was a monster like her. Exactly. Justin, you gotta sit there and remember that Heather is a nut job. So Wink Wink says the weekend that Harry Potter game got back into gaming last year. Oof, Wink Wink, I heard some horror stories when people were sitting there trying to stream it online. Oof, people were getting attacked left and right for playing that game online, like Twitch streamers. But you had people calling them homophobic and everything like that. I was like, yo, they just sit there playing a game. Like Nikki said, what do you talk about on Twitch? Like movies and pretty much anything else that's going on, like what kind of shows I'm watching. Like I'm still watching This Is Us, so I'll talk about that. So I pretty much talk about everything under the sun except for soap operas. That's the idea anyway. But usually I'm just talking to myself. Um, and then the video saves and people can sit there and watch later on. Yeah, yeah. Twitch, Twitch is a little harder to sit there and get people to sit there and join. Spencer says two great things happen on TV: The Walking Dead, Rick Grimes back on TV, and of course Steve. I think there's a great things in my opinion that were on television. I agree with that. I agree with that. Wayne Grant says I don't care. I grew up with the books before I even knew what gay or straight was. People just look to be no, and that's true. That is very true, Wink Wink. But see, my whole thing is that they were attacking these people simply for playing the game, calling them all sorts of names and everything like that. I'm like, yo, y'all out of pocket. So I don't know. And you're right, Wink Wink. People, I'm gonna just call you Wink. Um, People do find reasons to sit there and get outraged about everything. And Wink says, I don't agree with the views of the author. I just love the Wither game. Yeah, I never got into Harry Potter. That was probably the one thing I never really got into. I was never really into magic. And then I saw the Vampire Diaries, and then that just changed everything. Lobby says it's crazy for being attacked because of transphobic stuff with, yeah, polka dots. Popping in, hey boo, with the news. Yep, you know me, polka dots. Gotta have noodles. How's life? Hope everything is well with you. It is so good to sit there and see your beautiful face again. Johnson says expecting a big announcement regarding Warner Brothers next month. Okay, and we're gonna talk about that too. We're gonna talk about that too this Saturday. So yes, me and Jonathan are going to be putting out a video. Um, we're gonna be doing a collab this Saturday. Spencer says I don't know if you play Rainbow Six Siege, but I add you if you do. No, sorry. You know, it's weird, Spencer, because I haven't played video games in like 3 weeks. Oh, you know, Wink, it's actually not going to be live. We're just going to put out the video. We're going to do the video and just put it out. But I would, you know, Wink, I would appreciate if you did actually watch it, though. That I would appreciate. So yeah, we're going to make the video and then just upload it so you can watch it at your convenience, which would really help. Wank says, okay, that's even better. I'll watch after work. Well, thank you, Wank. I appreciate that. Yeah, I want to get back into doing also more collab videos with people. Um, you know, Polka Dots, I hope everything was going well with you with life and your music career, which, by the way, her beats are fire. I want to just sit there and just highlight this woman's beats is amazing. Like, she is super talented. Check her out on Instagram. Literally under polka dots. Just type in polka dots and check her out. You know, I still listen to that song. Polka dots says, "Can we vote for Brit coming back?" I actually did like Brit. I didn't like her the first time around, but polka dots says, "Thank you as always." No, it's listen, it's true. Listen, when I give somebody a shout out on my channel and I talk that they actually have some good stuff or music or whatever, like I generally do mean that, and it actually is really good. So yeah, definitely check out polka dots. You know, I'll just link it in my Instagram. I mean, I'll link it in the community tab tonight. What was my damn pen at? Okay, there you go. Well, thank you, polka dots. No, I'm still listen. I still follow you on Instagram, so yes, I will definitely. I'm gonna sit there and link her Instagram. Definitely check her out tonight. Johnson says they put Brit picture in the hospital memorial, which was yeah, I wasn't really too much of a fan when they did that, to be honest. Oh yeah, Basil, you know I gotta sit there and support her. I didn't like how they did that because I feel like people who are on that wall actually died in real life, and so for them just to put that there, it's like, eh. Wang says I would like to see more Ulbrich. Honestly, I'll take her over Lucy. But yeah, that's actually yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that, Wang. Polkadot says Britt and Jason had chemistry. I'm trying to see if they still have chemistry. Yeah, if we can ever get that actress back. Yeah, I mean, I'm happy that she's doing something that she loves, and but I just hope it's not an underlying reason why she left. Johnson says, "Who do you think you could see at the next Lulu on GH?" I'm not sure, Jonathan. I mean, Julie. Here's the thing: Julie set the bar. Julia set the bar. Then Emma Ryan came in, and she was okay, but Julie set the bar. So, Jess, you know who they're gonna put Jason with. Spencer says, "You know what? I've been wondering what the heck happened to Lucky on GH. Is he dead or is he living in like some other country somewhere? Like he doesn't realize that his sister's in a coma." You know, Spencer, the last time that we heard, he was still in Ireland. I mean, he's obviously a deadbeat dad, but he's in Ireland the last time we checked. Yeah, Jess, you know what they gonna sit there and put Jason with. If only Wink. I do wonder what the actress is doing. Nikki says, shockingly enough, I miss Brad too. Yeah, I wonder what he's doing also. Just said, no, I don't see it. Carly. Wink says, Lucky is the biggest waste of any legacy GH character. And Duane says, I never play a Hogwarts Legacy because I was never a Harry Potter fan. Yeah, me either. I know a lot of people liked it. And you probably really liked it if you were a Harry Potter fan. It just, I like my supernatural stuff. I don't know. Just wasn't for me. Christo says, do you know if Lucy is sending child support to Liz? Lucky is sending child support to Liz. Well, hopefully so. I can't imagine him not doing that. I mean, damn, he doesn't see his child that often. He might as well still be paying. He says, I wonder how long they will bring Spencer back if Esme is alive too. Or I wonder how they will bring Spencer back if Esme is alive too. Hmm. Um, I'm pretty sure, and granted, I'm just guessing. I'm pretty sure that the actress that plays Esme is not coming back on that show. Lobby says maybe Brad will be back since his Aunt Selena is back and he was involved with the card games. Yeah, hopefully, in some ways. I don't know. Part of me still can't get past what he did with Michael, what he tried to do with Michael. Johnson says it looks like Sonny and Ava. Yes. Oh, that's definitely going to happen, Jonathan. Most likely. Jonathan, you still hoping for that Arrow reboot? He comes back and he's not a pretentious dick. Spencer says, I kind of feel bad for all Elizabeth's children, like they don't have a stable father figure in their lives. Like every single one of their fathers are dead or presumed dead or just deadbeats. God damn. Spencer has a point. Wank says, see, I thought they would make Brad a son. They have so much room to do so much if they wanted to. CJ says, I can't wait for Spencer to come back. Nikki said, why do you think Asmi won't come back? I feel like there's a lot of backlash with some of the fans and stuff like that. And you know how fans are. They take things like they see the rivalry between her and Trina, and sometimes some people do go after the actors. Even though I heard that the actress that plays Trina and Avery are actually really good friends. But it's kind of like that Carly and Nina situation, you know. they'll give the actress a lot of smoke for what she's done to Carly, and I feel like that's the same thing with Esme. And granted, that's just my theory. Johnson said, yes, we could potentially get a vigilante ninja like Spencer. It would be a much more improvement than we already have. Larry says, you just mad that Brad is a part of the reason why Wiley isn't called um Jonas anymore. Oh, yeah, no, that's totally it. Although Jonas is a much better name than Wiley, so I mean, it doesn't help. Wing says, can we touch on Amy right quick? She's still running her mouth. They took Rory, but should have. Yes, Wing. I saw her. I was like, what the hell is she doing here? Don't get me wrong. I mean, I give the actress big props because she lost weight and she looks really good. And she looks like she's healthy and happy, but I'm like, that chick is still kind of annoying. Johnson says, what if they even set Spencer to be the next in line for some organization after all? Spencer isn't just a cast on, he's also Corinthos. Well, yeah, that would definitely make him a much better character. Harvey says, I hate the name Wiley. I was never a fan of that. Just says the only person angry I understand is Deacon. Okay, I mean I can get behind that, but the only person? Harrison says, what do you think? Oh, who do you think brought Windermere? See, now the running theory is Jason. It's just, do want to just, I'm just kind of confused. Like, so you understand Deacon being angry, but you don't understand why Finn is perplexed by it, or why he's kind of like about the whole thing. Wang says, "I hate that they dropped the storyline with Amy's brother." Yeah, I do too, Wang, because they could have used the Happy Night Lobby and just say, "Yeah, that's right." Jess, even when you're wrong, I give you respect because you stand by your conviction. You by your conviction. Maybe that's a scorpion trait of yours. But yeah, no, Wink. Maybe they couldn't recast the actor because the actor that played Chet was, you know, he was an actual vet that did lose his leg. Maybe they just didn't feel like recasting them. Just as also, I didn't hear you give Joss her props today for helping Dante. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, no, she gets props. I mean, damn, Jess, no, I give her props. I give her props. You know, Jess, when they do something good, I give them their props. So yes, Jess. Jess say yeah. God damn it, Jess. Goddamn Scorpion. It's never good enough for you, is it? Nikki said Finn had me stretched out laughing when he put his hands. Oh damn. Keisha, Keisha actually thought that was funny and just said he's such a bad actor. It was funny when I say that I get some of the smoke. Just that they need to throw out that damn rug already. Yeah. 'Cause honestly, tell you the truth, I'm not gonna lie. You can clean that rug all you want, but it was human blood on that rug. And they are rich. It's not like they can't just rip that out and just get a new rug at that point. That's just lazy right there. And Lakeisha actually thought that that ish was funny. I'm like, where the hell's my damn soda at? But Nikisha, I was also really glad that you was here tonight, so that way you can share in the blame of Passion getting canceled. Apparently, I still can't believe he actually sat there and blamed Nikisha, saying that she wrote a petition to get a show get to get a show canceled. And then added my ass in there talking about I didn't like Tabitha. I didn't even know who this chick was until he said something. I love these live streams. Wink says when Finn put his hand in the blood, I fell out laughing. Oh damn. Nikki said I saw Finn from B&B on the other show. He's acts just fine. I don't know why he's ooh, god damn. Hmm. Yeah, think about that. Spencer says I heard Steve is only going to be on General Hospital for at least a couple more years with some pretty bummed out pretty bummed out about it, but I hope they give him something interesting to do and not be mopey. Yeah, my friend, well, Kyrie's actually said the same thing. Nikki said, wait, y'all didn't laugh at Finn too? Well, I didn't, but it's very interesting that you laughed. Johnson says, imagine if Spencer became the new Bob boss and Dex became his enforcer. Honestly, to tell you the truth, Jonathan, I would sit there and say it's a whole new show, and it seems a lot better than what we're getting. So he said, I know, right? I'm getting blamed for push that happened 2 years ago. It's funny, though. Guess I just had to be accountable. Like I said, here's the thing, Nikisha. He's been saying that for the last 2 weeks. I'm not joking, Nikisha. He's literally been, and then he's been saying, don't tell Nikisha that. Don't tell Nikisha that I blamed her also for Passions getting canceled. I'm like, okay, all right, I won't do that. I was like, Ron, if you keep sitting there saying it, eventually she's going to read it and she's going to be like, oh, you blame me. I'm like, Ron, you're too much, Ron. Wink says Ben has better acting in that Liberty Mutual commercial. Damn. God damn. Yeah, Havlin, how you doing? Hope all is well in your words. Good to see you. Cat lady said he is funny as he is. I don't know, and that's the thing. I normally don't like commercials, but that commercial is actually pretty funny. I mean, the Liberty commercials are funny in general, but yes. Nikki said, "Dang, Albert, and you just now telling me, Albert, and you just now telling me do better." Well, Nikisha, I think it was actually just a lot more. I didn't want to ruin the surprise for you. I'd rather you see it in person and you'd be like, Nikisha, I wish I would actually saw your facial expression. I think that's probably the only thing I'm sad about. Watching you read that, oh my god, he had me rolling. It's like Rob, we're gonna have to get you a membership. That's what we have to do. Derby says wasn't passing 20 years ago. Ivan and Keisha were like 10 years old then. Um, Darby, we talking about a guy who wants Sheila to have a baby. You wanna put logic in that, Darby? You wanna go there? Jess says, "Oh, do Finn and Steffi have kids? They have one. They have one kid together." No, Cat Lady is Hayes. Kelly is Liam's. Cat Lady. Kelly is Liam's. No, Jess. Hayes. Hayes is their child. Hayes is Steffi and Finn's child. Nah, it's cool, Cat Lady. I just Darby says, "I'm sorry for using my." Yeah, see, Darby. See, that was your mistake right there. You start trying to use logic. You don't want to do that. You can't win like that. Just as Steffi has a kid with Liam, so she's forever. Yep. Damn. You don't like Liam either, Jess? Oh, Jess, how long have you actually been watching The Ball and the Beautiful? Very curious about that. Because like I feel like Jess is new to the show and already she doesn't like Liam, and I'm like, why does nobody like this character? Wang says after Finn told Thomas he wouldn't let Hope be with him as long as he was still breathing, he missed his mama so much. We'll go join him. Hmm. Clearly, Cat Lady. And Jess says, LOL, a couple weeks ago. Well, see, Cat Lady's like nobody likes Liam. And Jess only started watching it a couple weeks ago, and already she snipped they calling this dude a loser. And Wink pretty much says that you got the right idea. I always feel like I'm. Why I always feel like I'm in the. Why do I always feel like I'm the minority in those situations? Like I don't think that Liam is that bad, but I haven't been watching it as long. In case I'd be surprised if anyone actually does like Liam. Like literally, what do what to like about that man? Hmm. I just don't see a lot. I just don't see a lot. I don't see a lot to hate about him. Like a lot of people don't like Liam, and I think maybe that's just how it is with Nick. Also, just says you really are always in a minority. That's true, Jess. Don't worry, Jess. One day you'll be a Nina fan. You will be a Nina fan. We're gonna get you right, Jess. We're gonna get you right. No, but seriously, Cat Lady, it's like Nick. It's like Nick Newman on The Young and Restless. I'm like, yeah, I think that Nick is alright. No, he's the Antichrist. He's the worst thing ever. I'm like, oh Jesus Christ. Okay. Hey, Jess, don't be mean. You will join the dark side, and you will thank me for it later on. And you will sit there and say, "Thank you, Poppy. I appreciate you." Just remember we had this conversation, Jess. Just remember we had this conversation. True story, Ambassador Sam. I'm just speaking the truth, cat lady. Speaking the truth. Spencer says you watch WWE or you know, I haven't been a wrestling fan since I was a kid. So Kelly says he kills me every time he says Poppy. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, cat lady. What happened? I mean, come on, cat lady. You know that's one of my things, cat lady. That's one of my things. Darby says, "What is it with you and the name Poppy?" It's just a thing, Darby. It's just a thing. One of many. Nikki said, "Can anyone name three good things about Liam or Nick? Not counting money because they are." Hmm, I gotta think about that. Wayne says Nick is just spoiled. Liam, however, is trash. He blames Steffi for losing her baby when she had the motorcycle accident. Who does that? Darby said, "Were you Spanish in another life, Albert?" No, I don't know. You know what? I'll tell you in the members. I'll tell you in the members, in the members stream. I'll tell you why. Um, that's one of the things. That's the thing. I'll tell you in the members. Yeah, Nikisha. I was like, I'm not gonna. I'll tell you in the members circle. Just to say, yeah, I feel like that, bro. I don't watch it religiously like I used to when I was growing up. When I was growing up, like that mid to late 2000s, we had ECW, Ruthless Aggression era best times. Yeah, I mean, especially when I was a kid, I used to love watching it. But see, when I watched it, I had people like The Undertaker and like I'm really old school. Bret the Hitman Hart, or whatever his name was. Darby says you just want women to call you Poppy. I mean, there's a, I mean, it's one of many reasons, yeah. But Darby, like I said, she's gonna realize one day the error of her ways, and she'll be like, you know what? You're right. I am Team Nina. I'm glad you actually got me over to that side. Johnson says, Brett the Hitman Hart. Thank you. I keep screwing that name up all the time. Thank you, Jonathan. Man, I wonder what he's doing with himself, Jonathan. And Cat Lady says The Rock is back. Yeah, I heard. Wink says, Albert the Lobostic. The Lobostic. It's a thing. It's a thing. Especially those were the times now we're in this whole PG crap era where everything has to be politically. Yeah. Oh, Spencer, trust me. I'm pretty sure at some point this year I'm going to get canceled for something. I could have swore I might have got canceled last year for something. I don't remember what it was, but I'm pretty sure I might have got canceled for something last year. I mean, Spencer, I did make this year, 2024, the year of me pissing people off. So yeah, that's gonna happen. Oh, wow. Well, I'm gonna set the end of the stream right here. That went way past the time that I marked. But I do want to thank everyone for joining. Though I want to thank the people who always been coming back to the stream. I want to thank you so much. I appreciate you greatly. I want to thank the new people who have joined the chat. I appreciate y'all greatly. Thank you so much, Spencer, and everyone who and Wank. I've seen you before, Wank. And Spencer, you're new, so I appreciate you being here. Thank you. Darby said the view of Albert Maurice Bostic are his own and don't reflect on the on the other ends of male. What? Darby, that is not true. That is not true, Darby. It reflects me and you as well, Darby. Have a good night, Nikisha. It was really great to see you again. Jess says, and me too. Have a good night, Queen Jess. Have a good night, gorgeous cat lady. Have a good night, Jonathan. And yes, make sure you do hit the like button. Have a good night, Ambassador Sam. Thank you for joining. Have a good night, Darby. Join us next time for another edition of Soul Chat with Abby Bostic. Thank you, my friend. Always appreciate you. Come on, Darby. You know the rules. If I go down, you go down too, Darby. You would not leave me hanging. Have a good night, Cherry Ice Cream. Thank you for joining. Spencer, you know it, bro. I just love your reviews on General Hospital. You and Brock TV do a great job. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, Spencer. You know, Brock TV, he's the OG. So he is what actually got me started doing these reviews. So gotta respect the OG. Thank you, Spencer. And I look forward to seeing you again in the next one. Darby says, like wet clothes. Darby, that's the rule. Okay? If I go down as a male, you go down as well. My views reflect your views as well. That's just how it is, Darby. You just gonna have to accept it. Have a good night, Blackmon. Cat lady, I'm just keeping it real. Yes, have a good night, Darby. And Cat lady, I look forward to watching your video. Cat lady, you look good. Just gonna say that. I'm gonna keep it PG. Have a good night, everyone. Stay safe. And yes, Darby. Later.